I don't think at this point anyone should be arguing if the US is finally ready to take crypto seriously or not because of all of the big moves that we have been witnessing over the last, few weeks. I feel like they all give us the answer to that question. And right now, as we really look at the US market, there is one company and one crypto asset that is shining brighter than most, and that is Ripple and XRP. You might be arguing, oh, Nick, you're biased because you make, XRP content quite often. Guys, I was making XRP content before it was even cool to make XRP content. I was making it when XRP was down at 17 cents, at 20 cents, at, 30 cents, 40 cents. We were talking about XRP for a while on this channel because we knew all the facts around Ripple. We knew all the facts around XRP. We knew that this SEC case was complete nonsense. Fast forward to today, and well, I feel like now everything is shifting in a big way. But let's actually take a step back real quick. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. So let's actually talk a little bit about the SEC because recently, David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple, put out a great post and he said, which crypto company will be the first to take advantage of this? And this is actually regarding a CNBC headline saying Trump to pause enforcement of law banning bribery of foreign officials. Now, this is very, very interesting. And the reason why is because David is actually hinting at ETHgate. That's right. ETHgate has been a circulated narrative for a very long time, and we know that there's actually a lot of proof behind it, and it feels as though David is also, saying like, listen, this benefits these people the most. And listen, I'm not the only one that is thinking this because you could actually look down the list. There's a few people that have called out some names from the space, right? And we even do see Bill Hinman as well. So, again, yeah, it's a little bit of a shot taken, but it is something that we are still aware of today because it is very important to focus on. But talking more so about enforcement and talking about the SEC itself, well, the SEC may acknowledge Grayscale's XRP ETF 19B4 filing by February 13th. Guys, that's today. That's today. We don't know if this is true. This is coming from Cointelegraph, so we can't really, source this or anything like that. But I will say this. It makes a lot of sense to have these ETFs really kind of push forward. I don't understand what we're waiting for when it comes to an XRP ETF. A lot of people keep saying that the case is the big thing holding this back, but I really don't think it is, right? I don't think that case actually matters at all. Especially when it comes to XRP. XRP already got cleared back in the summer of 2023. So right now, we're not really waiting for much outside of institutional sales of XRP from Ripple. So it makes no sense to me why these ETFs are not yet trading live. We'll wait and see what happens with this. But in my opinion, I do think that we get these ETF approvals by the end of Q1, which you might be saying, well, Nick, that's forever away. No, we're just 1 month away from that, right? So towards the end of March, I think that we should already have, at least one XRP ETF trading live. Would love to see a cascading, go live for almost every single ETF. That would be huge. But outside of that, right, I want to mention the CFTC once more. Specifically what we saw back in the beginning of the month where the CFTC was to launch digital asset markets pilot with Ripple and a few other players, of course. They're launching a pilot program to explore using stablecoins and other digital assets as collateral in financial markets. So this was a huge one. It was fully focused on tokenized non-cash collateral, assessing the feasibility of using stablecoins in trading and clearing activities. And the reason why this is very important is because of this announcement here. So we do see from Brad Garlinghouse, he's quoting this post from Brian Quintenz. The CFTC plays a vital role in making sure the U.S. has the most robust capital markets in the world. Congratulations, Brian, on your nomination for CFTC chair. And if you guys don't know, well, Brian Quintenz is a very significant player in this space. And we do have, it is my great honor to be nominated by President Donald Trump as the next chairman of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, where I had served as a commissioner in his last administration. The CFTC plays a critical role in maintaining robust hedging and price discovery markets that are the envy of the globe. The agency is also well poised to ensure the USA leads the world in blockchain technology and innovation. I look forward to working with the President Trump's incredible financial regulatory team. So this is very exciting stuff. And if you guys don't know about the connections between Ripple and Brian, or any of the links here at all, let's look into this a little bit. Number one, let's start off with this post here from Dom from Easy A App. And we have, this is the guy Trump just nominated to lead the CFTC. And we have here, massively pro-crypto, head of policy at the world's biggest crypto fund, the same fund that did invest into Ripple, Solana, and others. He also helped get Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs approved, which, again, we kind of go back to the whole ETF narrative with XRP. There's a ton of XRP ETFs out there already still in place, waiting approval. Okay. And we actually just talked a little bit about the CFTC in a previous video, because I'm not too sure. So actually, yeah, Subjective Views did post it. This is Caroline D. Pam, one of the key players at the CFTC. And when we think about the connections back to the CFTC with Ripple, specifically Brad Garlinghouse and, even Stuart Alderati, you also have Chris Larson kind of getting connected back. Mainly it's just focused on Ripple, right? Like, we know that the CFTC is aware of Ripple. Even Chris Giancarlo, big supporter of Ripple. I mean, when we think about this, right, if Brian did help get Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs approved, what do we think the chances that he does help get XRP ETFs approved as well? And even Solana, I would argue that it's a pretty significant high percentage. And, again, that probability, where is it? 70%, 80%? We'll watch, wait, and see. But that's why I'm saying, like, these ETFs will most likely be trading by the end of March. Now, on top of that, we have literally has Web3 in his cover photo. Does not get more bullish than this, folks. Because, yeah, I mean, listen, Brian is very pro crypto. He's aware of Web3. He knows about Web3. This is somebody that's been around this space for a very long time, as you guys can see. And, A16Z as well is a massive fund. I mean, this is one of the largest VC players in this space. It's also, one that has really kind of supported a lot of the innovation that we do see in this space today. So it definitely is a very exciting move to have Brian be nominated for this. And I think that this is definitely going to lead us down a great path to finally having crypto really kind of focused on in a big way to actually support the US markets. And I think that this kind of goes right back to the CFTC announcement regarding that digital asset markets pilot with Ripple. I think that this supports this heavily, which is why I did want to bring this back up, especially with RLUSD being released. And it just makes a lot of sense as well when we're talking about, clearing and settlement as well, because remember what Ripple has always said when it comes to Swift deals and messages. Ripple, listen, if they want to fix the messaging for us, they can, because Ripple is focused on clearing and settlement. So this is perfect for Ripple. And I do think that this pilot will eventually lead us down, a path to a full go to live market, application or, solution. So very exciting stuff. Now, outside of this, also, we got to put a big spotlight on Brian going back to 2021. Big shout out to Tony Edward, Thinking Crypto podcast, because he did have Brian on his podcast back in September of 2021. We're talking about right in the middle of the lawsuit. The lawsuit was still fresh, wasn't even a year old at this point, in the middle of a bull run. We saw how big of blocker the lawsuit was to XRP's price action, and Ripple expanding in the US market as well. So we do have a clip from his interview where he is, talking about the SEC, Ripple, and XRP lawsuit. Check this out.
The SEC and crypto regulations, there's a big lawsuit against Ripple over XRP. All eyes in the crypto community are on this because the outcome could determine how the rest of the market is regulated and how things move forward. But, as we talked about, Congress may need to step in here. What are your thoughts on this whole situation and what's going on?
So I'm going to preface this by kind of reiterating that even when I was at the CFTC, we did take a facts and circumstances approach to how we viewed non-compliance with regulation. Okay, so just I want to say that as a caveat. But my direct response to you is that I absolutely despise regulation through enforcement. And what do I mean by that?
Yes.
So he absolutely despises regulatory moves made by, enforcement actions. So I do think that this is actually going to help us greatly, push forward as well in this space. I would not be surprised. I really would not be surprised if we're kind of witnessing a lot of these players like David Sachs, Brian Quintenz, a few other ones as well, really kind of meeting together to really kind of plan around this space and plan about how we can push this space forward to really kind of support US based markets. And I do think that Brian is a great addition to the team in terms of the CFTC, because this is someone that's been around this space for a while. He understands how crucial it is to get this right. He knows how powerful this technology is as well. And on top of that, right, the Blockchain Association put out a great post as well regarding this, saying the following statement is attributed to Blockchain Association CEO following Brian Quintenz's nomination for CFTC chair. Congratulations to Brian on his nomination to be the chair of the CFTC. His real experience in the crypto industry, like I said, is a huge +1, right? We have to recognize it. We have to respect it. Along with his knowledge of the CFTC, makes him perfectly suited to lead the agency and aligned with President Trump's vision for crypto in the United States. Congratulations, Brian, on behalf of Blockchain Association and our more than 100 members. We look forward to working with you. So again, very exciting stuff. I think that we're about to see some very big moves happening from the SEC side, from the CFTC side, and even from Congress. Listen, this is not a one agency job. If we want to get regulations, correct around crypto, if we want to make sure that innovation is thriving, if we want to make sure that, the space continues to prosper in the US, it's not just an SEC, deal. It's not just an CFTC, deal as well. I think that the CFTC, the SEC, and Congress, along with David Sachs and the Crypto Council, all coming together to work on this and really kind of push things forward. I think that's huge. And I'm very excited to see what happens here. But the big thing that I think that we need to start with is making sure that Ripple's name is completely clear, because I don't understand why that hasn't happened yet. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys definitely leave a like, subscribe, set notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.